What is going on, guys? Jack is a Zombie here, and if you're familiar with this setup at all, that means that you've been following me for a while, and you understand that when I'm sitting on my bed in this exact position with my tripod sitting here, that means that I've spent entirely too much money on something I do not need for the benefit of spending money. This one in particular is going to be mainly geared towards streamers and video game commentators, and that is because it is actually a capture card, which this is going to be my first internal capture card, and it is going to be the this looks nice. We have the Elgato, let's make sure we're not getting a glare here, Elgato HD60 Pro, which is an internal capture card. Let's see if we can't get this to show you some of the specs on the back of it, perhaps. Wonderful. If you guys are interested in any of that, you can go ahead and pause the video. But I think we should just get to ripping this thing apart. I did think ahead, and I have my keys with me for this one, which I normally forget to have some type of... Come on! Come on! Sausage is very interested in what I'm doing, so I figure she can join us in the video, as usual. I suppose you're not going to help me open anything though, right? No? Lazy. I don't know what all comes with this. I don't know what all is in this box. I have done some like lookups as far as like the software version of it and how well it works quality wise, but I haven't actually looked at anything as to what comes in the box. Oh, we got a flip out guy. So it's got a nice little opening. I don't know how well that's showing. Looks like we got a bit of a glare, but that's fine. You guys can see what's going on. It has a nicely presented box here. Let's just go ahead and rip everything out. I'm noticing it does have two different sizes of the back plates for it, but I can already tell from the size of this is the one that I need on my specific setup, because I have a much larger case than most people will. So there it is. We have our fancy dancy little capture card. You have your HDMI in, HDMI out on the back of it, Elgato gaming on the side, this one's blank, and this is obviously just your PCI-E board. But I think that's actually about all we've got, other than just like your standard HDMI cable that you would expect to have, and I don't know if you'd even call this a manual. This is all that was in the box, and it looks like this isn't even in English. That is not something that I am familiar with here. So we're just going to go ahead and install this thing and pull it up, download the software from the Elgato website, because I am under the impression that is what I'm going to have to do to get this, and we'll see how it turns out. That was literally probably about as simple as it gets. All I had to do was remove one plate from the back panel here, slide that in, put the screw back in it, and then over on the back, it's going to be kind of a jumbled mess to see. Let's see if I can't get some light back here. Where's my light switch? Whoop. I had to run some cabling. That's not helping anything. What about a flashlight? Okay, there we go. I had to run an HDMI cord out of the Elgato. You can kind of see the labeling right there on it. I'm sorry, it's kind of a weird angle for me to hold the flashlight. You can see the writing though. I had to run a cable from the Elgato out into my graphics card, and then, or in from my graphics card, and then out from the Elgato, over and into my monitor. Which, one thing I would like to mention here, let me minus this and minus a dece. If you look at my monitors, you can see a difference in quality between the outer two compared to the middle one, which the middle one is the one that is actually running the HDMI. So like even right there, you can see the color difference between these two monitors. That's why I don't like HDMI. It's like, it's just not the same color quality. But let's get right on into boop, Google here, which I'm going to use Internet Explorer, and we are going to, through the wonderful world of editing, pull up the Elgato Game Capture HD software that you can download straight from their website. And I just want to give you guys a quick look at exactly what's going on here. So as you can see, it shows you on the, we're going to start left, run to right. You can see it's Got a few little windows down here. These are kind of ideas that you would use for what's called stream command, and that's just where you can add overlays and such to your window here. Other than that, you've got just your standard record, all that type of thing. Here's a function to scroll forwards when you are using your flashback recording, which is a passive recording where it's recording all of the time, and then you can go back and save a clip where you need it. It shows you how long you've been doing whatever. It shows you how much space you've got left on your hard drive from doing whatever. Whatever, of course, being your recordings. Then up at the top, you, of course, have the link that I just clicked on, which has just where all your save files are. I already have all of this set up to what I've been using. I used it a little bit yesterday just to try and get an idea of what is going on and learn a little bit about it before I showed it off to you guys as far as the software goes. But you can set it up to where it runs through basically whatever you would like. You can, of course, do 60 frames, different quality settings. You can set up your live streaming. You can set up your in-game audio, which there's no sounds coming out of my computer, but you can see that my microphone is working just fine, even though I'm not recording with this, which is actually what this number here is. This is for a different recording program that I'm using. It's Mirillis Action. I'm not going to show that off, but I am a huge advocate for these guys. They are wonderful people. But it also has you download an Elgato sound capture program along with the regular Game Capture HD, and that is where it controls all of your sounds. I uninstalled it, and I don't use that at all because there's a weird audio bug with it where your microphone will every once in a while get a stutter to it, and the only thing I could find that corrects that is to actually go back. This is, I believe, can we see this? This is version 3.50102, and the earliest version, or the most recent version that I found that does not have the sound capture is 3.2.0, I believe. And once I got all the way back there, all of this looked completely different. Everything was set up weird, so I just didn't bother with it. But that is basically all there is to this unboxing and this setup. So let's move right on to a side-by-side comparison of the two screen recorders. I have the Mirillis Action software on the left side of the screen with the same clip recorded by the Elgato HD60 Pro Hardware on the right. While recording this small voiceover for this comparison, I haven't actually viewed the full resolution side-by-side of the footage yet, meaning I have no idea which one is better quality at this point. Figured I'd leave that final decision up to you guys, the viewers. But thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!